So if that's all you got for news around the National Hockey League, we are going to hop into our Pacific Division preview here. So we have now done all three divisions in the last four episodes. We talked about the Atlantic, the Metro, and the Central. We are now moving on to the Pacific. So how it's going to work is we are going to preview each team based on how they were ranked last year. So we'll start off with San Jose and we'll end with Vegas. I think that kind of works out perfectly. But regardless, let's hop right in here with the San Jose Sharks. So the Sharks last year finished 20, 50, and 12 for 52 points. They were dead last in the NHL, dead last in their division. Should not surprise anybody. The guys they went on and acquired, it's a long list. Get ready. Jeff Skinner, Ryan Reeves, Philip Kurashev, Adam Gaudette, Dmitry Orlov, John Klingberg, Nick Leddy, and Alex Nedeljkovic. The guys they let go of, Mark-Edward Vlasic, Alex Georgiev, Jan Rutta, Klim Kostin, Nikolai Kovalenko, Noah Gregor, and Henry Thrun are the guys they let go of. As well as that, too, I will like to mention, it's not 100% confirmed that he's going to go to the Sharks this year. He could go back to Saginaw. Michael Misa is in the picture here as well for a guy you could see in the lineup this year. But LeBlanc, what is your takes on the San Jose Sharks?
The Sharks should be better, but they're still the Sharks.
They're still bad.
My MVP is Macklin Celebrini. And then, I don't know right in here. For breakout, it's just what I wrote. I wrote 3 words. Pick your poison.
Yeah, that's not yeah. And that makes sense.
I'm gonna throw a few names out there.
Here we
go. Will Smith.
Will Smith, good one. You could just pick any rookie from last year.
Like Will Smith, Misa. I don't know if Dickinson's gonna make the team, but if he does,
that's a rookie. That could be a rookie of the year candidate. Askarov as well. Technically, he's still a rookie. Mm-hmm. Whatever. Yeah, San Jose, my MVP is also Celebrini. My breakout guy, I picked your boy Zach Ostapchuk, or Sleeper. Sleeper guy is Zach Ostapchuk. Big fan of him. Yeah, San Jose, I like the top 6. The top 6 will be fun. The bottom 6 is not terrible, but it's still not the greatest. What I look at and I want to puke is that defense. That defense is terrible. That will be terrible. It's got a lot of names on it. Like, it has a lot of the names of just old veterans that are rejects. That's what this defense looks like. Orlov, Klingberg, Leddy, and then you have Ferraro, Liljegren, Mukhamadullin, Christ. Vinny Desharnais as well. My God. So, yeah, that blue line's atrocious. The goaltending is all right. It's good. Askarov will take a step, I'm sure.
I just want to say this. Who is Orlov's agent? Why is brother getting the bag everywhere he goes?
I would not be shocked if Orlov suddenly becomes a deadline player they discuss in a couple of months.
Yeah,
because that's just what always happens.
But the Sharks, but the Sharks, going back to the Sharks, the youth movement is alive and well. The coach is Ryan Warfowski.
Warshawski, yep.
Warshawski, excuse me. Going to the second year, I feel like the Sharks. I don't think the Sharks are ready to make that jump yet. I think they're another year of being a bottom 5 team.
I agree.
And then maybe the following year they make moves to get to at least being competitive. It's going to be a very fun team to watch, though. Very fun team to watch.
Yep.
And they just released those throwback unis. Losing never looked so good.
Yeah, those are nuts. We will be discussing those after we do the preview. So
and then,
your thoughts for now, but yes.
Sharks ceiling, I'll be honest, I'm gonna say 7th.
Who's your rookie?
My rookie. I'm gonna go. I'll go. Oh, sorry, rookie.
Yeah, rookie.
I was gonna say my sleeper was gonna be breakout player is Will Smith, but for rookie, I'll say Askarov since you went off to Chuck.
Okay. Yeah. So ceiling
is 7, but it's me. That's me being generous.
Yeah, it's gonna be 8. I think there's really no other way to debate it. So yeah, I look at that. It's gonna be 8. My ceiling is 8. My floor is 9. Yeah, it's gonna be 8. But this team, yeah, that was mean. But this team is still gonna be fun. There's no question about that. Absolutely no doubt about it whatsoever. They will be fun to watch here once again. So I did want to just bring that up. All right. Moving on to our favorite team. This is me and LeBlanc's favorite team, always, the Seattle Kraken. The Kraken went 35, 41, and 6 last year for 76 points. They were 7th in the Pacific Division. They went out, they acquired Mason Marchment, Frederick Gaudreau, and Ryan Lindgren, the guys they let go of, Andre Burakovsky, and Mikey Eisymont. They also have Matt Murray. So, yeah, that Matt Murray. So there's that. But Seattle, average. Again, average. You look at that forward core, it's so bloody average. Defense is so bloody average. Goaltending, a little above average if you look at Dackard. Coaching, average. General management, meh. Probably below average.
I'll be honest, you give it the entire Seattle training camp roster. You give me the entire breakdown of the front office. Like, it names everywhere. And my one response is going to be, they having a mid-off. Like,
it's not good. It's not like, a good roster.
I think if you've been listening for a while, you know we like Seattle, but we're very critical of Seattle because you can't keep fucking this up.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, I mean, coming into the year, on Seattle are low. Like,
oh, I'm so low on them.
Like, I can't even see them being in the wild card race. Like,
no,
even like at the very end, like, oh, they can if this is no, like, I don't see it happening. And I'll be honest, I feel like this is the year like they give up on some veterans.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Yeah. Who's your MVP?
MVP, I guess Beniers.
My MVP is Jared McCann.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not a bad pick either. Breakout guy.
I had Shane Wright.
Shane Wright, good pick. Yanni Nyman is my pick.
Okay.
So I'll go with him. And your rookie of the year?
Let's go Yanni Nyman. I don't know if he is a rookie.
I got Yanni Nyman as well. He is. Technically he is. Yeah, for me, Seattle, I'm just not high on them. Like, it's such an average team. And you know what, LeBlanc? We're not high on them. They'll probably be a little bit better than what we think.
Yeah.
But they'll be around average. Like, they'll be 25th, 26th probably.
No, and here's the thing, and I'm gonna be yelling for a second. Give me a minute. I don't trust the coaching. I don't trust getting rid of Dan Bowser for Lane Lambert. We
have been captivating for the justice of Dan Bylsma for so long on this podcast because it is so undeserved what that man did for this organization, and they just kick him to the curb immediately after one season of mediocrity. What the hell? I don't understand because Kakko had a great season. Wright had a great season. A lot of the young guys played great. You had Nyman that came up there and played really good. You had Ty Cartier who looked solid. Like, you throw that all away for Lane Lambert. I don't understand. I don't
think Bylsma got hired anywhere else. Yeah.
He has not been hired, which really sucks. Maybe something else happened there, but
there must be something internal that we don't know about because I know they brought in Botterill or Botterill fired him.
I don't know. Well, what's his face Francis got promoted, so you know there's something wrong with that management.
Fired, but via promotion. That's what I always call it.
Yeah. So
I'm going to say this right now. There is a scenario where I see Seattle finishing in 8th. There is a scenario. It's not a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a likely scenario, but it is a scenario.
They are better than San Jose.
Their ceiling, I'm gonna say it's 6.
Ceiling is 6. Floor, I think San Jose is still worse than them. I'm gonna say 7.
I have Seattle finishing 7th though in the Pacific.
I do as well. Yeah, I have them finishing at their floor.
It really does suck because I don't know, but Seattle actually has the most expensive tickets in the NHL.
Really? Over Toronto?
Yeah, I found that out a couple weeks ago. Because when I went to Seattle, I used my StubHub credit, so I got that shit for free. But
Yeah.
my tickets were worth like $200 American.
Oh, I believe it. That's
Yeah, no, their average tickets, I think they said like their leaders are like 211 average USD. So that's like 250, 260.
unbelievable, man. That's
And
unbelievable, man.
I mean, for what if you'd been to Seattle, you know Seattle's a very they're a very white collar city.
Yeah.
Yes, they got the mountains and they got the trails, but they're very white collar. Everything's expensive in Seattle. It's how the West Coast is. It's a very very good fan experience, and the fans they're so good in Seattle. I want them to be good so bad, but it just sucks, dude.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, Seattle. We'll move on from them. Depression and mediocrity. Let's go on to Anaheim. Anaheim, we just discussed a lot about McTavish earlier, but looking at the whole team, Anaheim had a 35, 37, and 10 record for 80 points. They were sixth in the Pacific Division. The guys they brought in, Chris Kreider, Mikael Granlund, Ryan Poehling, and Peter Mrazek. The guys they got rid of, Trevor Zegras, John Gibson, Robbie Fabry, Brett Leason, and Isaac Lundestrom are the guys that they said, nope, you're gone. Anaheim, I feel like when you look at the overall team, they actually got worse, but I do think the moves they made were still good, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I do. And I'll be honest, I trust this coaching staff a lot more than I do the other two.
I do as well. Quenneville has the track record. Anything is better than Greg Cronin. Just want to put that out there to the world as well. Almost anything. Apparently Dan Bosma's not better than Cronin. Anyway, but regardless, I think that Anaheim has a very good forward core. They're pretty damn deep down the middle. Nobody talks about that enough. They're pretty damn deep down the middle. Their wings are good too. They have a very good top six. Their bottom six could be better, but it's still solid. Defensively, they're really stacked on the left shot side. They're very shallow on the right shot side. And then in net, Dostal's your guy. So overall, I think this is a pretty solid roster.
I don't think we're talking about down the middle. They felt so confident down the middle. They traded away Zegras.
Yeah,
because they felt so comfortable down the middle. And with McTavish
exactly.
now back in the fold, they are now very deep down the middle.
You also have like Granlund can play center too. So like you have guys who can play center here as well. That's very convenient for you. I think Kreider will be somebody that people are going to be shocked at how good he is this year. I'm not saying that he scores 40 goals again, but he could really
he could be a 30 and 30 guy for sure.
Yeah, he could rejuvenate himself a bit. My MVP is going to be Leo Carlsson.
My MVP is going to be Lucas Dostal.
Good pick. Yeah, good pick. I looked at Dostal. I thought about him. Sleeper. I got a guy who's a little bit off the board here. Sam Colangelo.
Okay.
But also shout out to Ryan Poehling as well.
My breakout, I have Leo Carlsson. I think it's the year where he finally breaks out.
Yeah, I think that is going to happen. He's been very dynamic the last couple of years.
Yeah, he was really good last year, but I think this year he turns it on. Like
third year. Yeah, for sure. And then rookie of the year. I guess you could look at Beckett Seneca if he makes this team out of camp. I don't believe he's been sent home yet.
I think Beckett Seneca makes the team. He's been very good in preseason. I watched one of the games with Anaheim. He looks very good. Because now, like, I just turn on my TV, I'm like, oh, now he's on. Then, there's this preseason on, free preview. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll be streaming a Anaheim-San Jose game tomorrow, so we'll see if he plays. But regardless,
respectfully, you poor bastard.
What? What, poor bastard? What does that mean?
You poor bastard. I wanted to watch San Jose Anaheim preseason. Like,
hey.
It's fun, don't get me wrong, but like those two teams with we're in the end of preseason, so it's not just like, farm team versus farm team.
Hey, you do it for the love of the game.
You do. Yeah.
I will say this though, I couldn't watch the damn Senators game today because it was at a neutral site.
It was on the French network. Only on the French
network.
So
I was like, all right, screw you. I ain't watching that. Yeah, so I didn't stream that today, but whatever.
But yeah, Anaheim's floor, I think they're better than San Jose. By far, I think they're better than Seattle. I don't see a world where they're, I would say, if everything goes wrong, 7th. In a world where
floor's 6 for me.
I think I think there's a world where maybe Seattle is better than we think, and maybe Anaheim's not ready to take that next step. Anaheim's floor for me is 7. Their ceiling for me is actually going to be 4.
My ceiling is also 4. Unfortunately, though, I have them at 6. And that's really hard for me to do.
I had them at fifth in the Pacific, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I think you might be not pulling for somebody here who we're about to talk about next. We'll see. Next up, the Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks last year had a really disastrous season. They went 38, 30, and 14 for 90 points. The guys they brought in, Evander Kane and Pierre-Olivier Joseph. The guys they got rid of, Dakota Joshua, Artur Shilovs, Pia Suter, and Nick DiGiuseppe. I'm going to be blunt with you. Vancouver, I am on the Vancouver hype train.
Okay.
I don't think you are, but I am. So
here's what I'm going to say about Vancouver. Vancouver is the most polarizing team in the Western Conference. Because this team can either fall apart at the seams, or they could, like, when we get to fourth ceiling, I'll talk about it more, but or they can they're due for a bounce back. I'll say that. That's what I'll say. They're due.
There's a lot that needs to happen for them to get in, though.
I know.
So I will say that. Pettersson needs to bounce back. The team needs to stay healthy, and then they need to not let the locker room get in the way of the team. So there's that. Quinn Hughes needs to stay healthy, and Demko and Lankinen need to be the guys. Now, my contrary to that, I think they have a great top 6. Jake DeBrusk last year scored a lot. Evander Kane, when there's no distractions, he can be a good 30 player. 30 goal scorer, maybe, possibly.
Yeah, but it's hard to get no distractions.
It is hard to get no distractions. Philip Hedl, that is my concern. Down the middle, I have concerns. Hedl could be interesting this year. I like Garland. I've always liked Garland. I think Lecker-Mackey's going to make a big push this year. On the back end, Quinn Hughes and Hronek, as long as they both stay healthy, and then all the million different Petterssons they have, I think if they can be healthy, they'll be okay. And then in net, I think if Demko can bounce back and Lankinen was like Lankinen last year,
yeah,
it'd be a damn good tandem.
Lankinen was like damn good last year too. Like no one talks about how good Lankinen played for the Canucks.
He was very good. He was not the issue last year when you look at the Canucks. So just want to put that out to the world. I'm looking up his stats right now. .902.
Do we have the same MVP?
Quinn Hughes?
Quinn Hughes.
Yeah, Quinn Hughes. Got to be the guy.
My breakout is Jonathan Lecker-Mackey.
Sorry. Yeah, Lecker-Mackey is a good pick. I would also go with Drew O'Connor.
Drew O'Connor? Okay. And Lecker-Mackey's my I think he's still a rookie, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe he is. Actually, hang on.
He might not be. He played a good chunk of the Canucks last year.
He is 24 games played, so I guess not. No. So then I would go with, I don't really know who else would be a rookie.
Yeah.
So I guess none.
So
shout out to Vitaly Kravtsov, though.
Oh, yeah, he's back now. I'm just going to talk about the floor and ceiling. Vancouver's floor. Now, I want to make this very clear. When I do floor and ceiling, I see what's the worst that could happen. That's what I always say. The worst that could happen is they can finish last. Like let's be realistic here, okay? Let's be realistic. Their floor is 6.
Yes, that is my floor for them.
Their ceiling is 2.
That is also my ceiling. Yes. So here's the big thing. Where do you have them?
I have the Vancouver Canucks in 3rd place making the playoffs.
Me too. Wow. I thought you weren't really that high on them.
I kind of while doing this division, I kind of did a little more digging and research. And then I realized I trust Vancouver's defense and goaltending over the Kings' defensive goaltending.
Wow.
And and Vancouver's this thing where every other year they have a decent year.
That is true. Interesting. Okay. I guess we'll have to follow back on that. All right, number 4 then is the Calgary Flames. The Flames went 41, 27, and 14 last year for 96 points. The guys that they went out and acquired were Nobody.
Nobody.
Ivan Prosvetov was their best acquisition last year. So there you go. The guys they let go of, though, Kevin Rooney, Dan Vladar, Anthony Mantha, and Tyson Barrie are no longer with the Calgary Flames. Calgary, basically the same team, which is why I think they will be the same.
Calgary, I mean, Connor basically came out and said that they're trending towards a rebuild. And then
really?
Backlund, Backlund also said that Anderson's getting traded at some point. So that really does hint to me that they're not trending towards being a competitive team. And I'm going to say this right now. My MVP and my breakout player are the same player.
It's Dustin Wolf, ain't it?
Dustin Wolf.
Yeah, it's got to be Dustin Wolf. My MVP is also Wolf. Breakout? Very hard to pick one. Screw it. Coronado has another big breakout year. I will say this. Rookie of the year, Hanzik? Hanzik almost made the team last year, so I could see him.
Hanzik had some struggles last year, but I expect him to make the team, yeah.
He did have some injuries. So, I do agree with what you're saying in terms of the fact that I look at the Flames and you say, yeah, they're trending towards a rebuild because this team is just, it's not good. Like, it's not bad, but it's not good either. They're like a glorified, better version of Seattle, I feel like. And that's me being very mean.
For the forward core, I would agree, yes.
Yes. For the forward core, I think Anderson will get traded. It's just a matter of when.
And where.
Where. I think until then, though, Calgary is pretty much the same team. I look at them a lot as like the Arizona Coyotes of 2020-21, where Arizona, in a sense, that year, they didn't change anything to their roster. They let their team just kind of go for it. And you're coming into next year where Calgary has some guys who are expiring and that you're going to need to take a look out for here. And they do have a couple of guys who are coming up in the coming years after that you need to make moves for, especially on that back end. Anderson's expiring. Jake Bean's expiring. You have Lomberg, Kirkland, who is coming off the books. The problem is, though, with Calgary compared to that Arizona team is they have a lot of guys who are locked up for a while. Like Justin Huberdeau is locked up. Sharon Govich is still on that contract. Kadri still has 4 years left on that deal. So Calgary, if they wanted to go towards a rebuild, it'd have to happen like yesterday. And we've been saying this for a while. They really should have traded these guys last year. Honestly. Like Anderson and them,
they should have not signed Huberdeau, but that's a whole other can of worms we're not going to get into. But
that wasn't Conroy, so I'm not going to really like put the fault on Calgary for that. Like that was so
floor and ceiling. I'll be honest. Calgary's floor, like their floor is also 6.
Yeah, I would say so.
But I'm going to say this right now. I think their ceiling is actually only 5.
I have him 5.
So
I could see 4 if LA just implodes defensively.
They have to implode, though. That's the thing. Like, when I do these scenarios, I make sure, like, do you think that's going to be realistic? And like, if I do the scenario like 10 different times, no, I don't think it's going to be realistic. So
yeah, I
have the Flames finishing 6th.
Okay, I have them 5th, so we disagree on that for once in our lives. Calgary, just for me, I think they have the same team, which is why I think they will be probably about the same, unless if they just tear it down this year. But the problem is like, they haven't shown anything that says that. I know Conroy says they're trending towards a rebuild. Like, why are you making these trades going out and getting guys like Frost and Farabee? The fuck are we doing?
I think that, like, placeholders.
I guess so. They really should have traded a lot of those guys, though, last year. I know they wanted to go for it and try and make a playoff spot, but...
I'm going to say this. Because at the deadline last year, they were in a playoff spot.
They were.
This year, at the deadline, if they're out of it, fire sale.
Possibly. I think it should be. So... I don't know.
The problem with a lot of these Western Canadian markets is that ownership usually doesn't let the teams rebuild because who's gonna go? Who wants to go see a team that sucks?
That does happen. I agree.
And that
Yeah.
does happen. And because knowing Calgary, how much their tickets are, which is they're a lot.
Yes, they are.
I can see why, but I think ownership may have softened up the idea of doing the rebuild. So we'll see what happens. But with Calgary, unless Wolf, like I had this in my breakout, unless Wolf, just goes like if he goes down and wins the Vezina, and they make the playoffs, I can see it, but it's not likely.
Yeah, that's a very unlikely possibility. I fear they will be 5, unless if like you got to look at the other division too, especially if you look at the Central and the wild card. Like there's up to 6 teams that you could argue are competing in that division.
Yeah,
for
and I'm gonna say this. I have Calgary at 6, but it's a soft 6. Like they could easily be 5th.
Yeah. So I think that it all depends on what the other teams around them do, which I guess it depends for all teams around the league. But Calgary, I have them at 5th. I don't think they're really going to be that much better than that.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3 is actually the Edmonton Oilers, LeBlanc. So the Oilers were 3rd in that division. They finished with a 48-29-5 record for 101 points. Good thing I looked at that because I almost talked about the Kings. We would have went in the wrong order. But regardless, the Oilers, they went out. They acquired Isaac Howard, Andrew Mangiapane, David Thomasek, Curtis Lazar, a couple of the depth players there too. And then the guys they let go of, Corey Perry, Connor Brown, Evander Kane, Jeff Skinner, Victor Arvidsson, and John Klingberg. So first off, I want to go through the team as a whole. LeBlanc, what do you think about this team?
They got better.
I feel
like the moves they made compliment. The biggest thing was like bottom 6 scoring and defense, and they addressed those. What they didn't address was the goaltending.
Yeah, they didn't address the biggest issue. They didn't really address the blue line either because the blue line has like no changes to it. It's the same blue line.
I meant bottom 6. I didn't mean to say. I don't know why I said defense. That's on me.
The forward core was really what they only addressed, to be completely blunt with you. Getting guys like Mangiapane, good top sixer. Isaac Howard, I think, is being a little bit overrated, but still a very good top 6 prospect. They didn't address Skinner, though. They did not address Stuart Skinner. I think that as long as they have Skinner, that is a problem. And I get it. You're going to be like, oh, what could they do? Who knows?
Could have picked up Ingram off waivers. That's what they could have done.
They could have picked up Ingram. They had Hunter Shepard there too. He's not great, but whatever. You had options.
Ottawa.
He is with Ottawa, so like he was on waivers, so you could have picked him up. But whatever. Anyway, he wouldn't have been your starter. Skinner, with limited cap space and limited options for a goalie, I guess they didn't have a choice. I mean, they said they were going to address these things, though. I didn't really see.
I think that they weren't expecting was Detroit trading for John Gibson.
Yeah, I think that really did screw them over. But again, why weren't you the first team to jump on that? I know you don't have a lot of assets, but fuck it, like
they got Gibson for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen there with Skinner. And then I want to discuss Connor McDavid because we haven't really talked about this that much, LeBlanc. We haven't really talked that much about the overall Connor McDavid situation. So McDavid obviously is without a contract. This is the best player in the NHL. This is going to be a discussion that we talk about every single day until he signs that new deal. I'm starting a new TikTok series where I look at a McDavid mock trade every single day until he signs a contract. So that could be a while. But regardless, or I'm making up a McDavid mock trade. But regardless, I have a couple of tidbits that I want to look at here first. Quotes that McDavid said, things that he's been saying, and as well as that too, how much money we think he could get paid and such. And the big question, do we think he's really going to stay here in Edmonton? So the first one for me, this was a couple of weeks ago. We might have discussed it on this podcast. I can't remember if we did. I know I made a TikTok about it. But McDavid did say in an interview of some sorts that his biggest concern with the Edmonton Oilers is, quote, the aging roster here in Edmonton. Now, as well as that, too, he also said in a quote saying that I have all the faith in this 2025-26 season, and beyond that is remained to be seen.
Ooh.
So, what do you think about that quote?
That actually rubs me the wrong way.
Kind of does for me too.
I don't. That is a hint, and here's the thing. McDavid, do you want McDavid to leave? Hell no. Stay in the Western Conference. Stay there.
Don't go to Toronto.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Like, do not. I
can't take that. No,
I'd quit. Like,
I can't take that either.
Oh, that really, because it's like I get it. It's McDavid. You know, he's the best player in the league. That really rubs me the wrong way. McDavid wants to win. That's his biggest concern. He wants to win.
And him saying things about his concern with the aging roster, it's definitely like a factor. Like, those guys aren't getting younger. And you look at this overall core that's around him. You have Hyman, who's not going to be there for a while. He's injured. You have Nugent Hopkins, a little older. You have Mangiapane, who's... Let me actually pull up the actual ages of these guys.
Mangiapane, I think he's 31.
Mangiapane's a little bit younger than them. He is 29, so he is a little bit younger. But you look at these guys down this list. Draisaitl and McDavid, 28 and 29 years old, respectively. Hyman, 33. Nugent Hopkins, 32. Henrique, 35. Frederick, 27. Janmark, 32. Podkolzin is 24. Curtis Lazar is 30. That's the forward core. Defensively, Darnell Nurse is 30. Ekholm's 35.
Yeah.
Wallman's 29. Kulak's 31. Yeah, this core is aging. Like, there's no denying it when you look at the roster. And they have made efforts to make it younger, like going out and getting those prospects like Matthew Savoy and Isaac Howard. Is that enough?
Here's the thing about, like, the roster's too old. Well, here's the thing. If you go get these young guys, they're not seasoned. They don't know how to win. Those vets know how to win. So...
Yeah, that's an argument you can have for sure.
And, like, once again, you're McDavid. You can call the shot, sure. But at the end of the day, it's on the GM, because here's the thing, the GM. You have Connor McDavid. Why are you not going for it?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
I'll be honest. Yeah. And respectfully, if I'm the GM of the Oilers, fuck them picks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Fuck them picks, fuck them prospects. I trade anything to help McDavid. And, like, if you want him to see you're legit, go out and get a goaltender. Go out and get a superstar defenseman. Another superstar defenseman.
I mean, that's easier said than done, though, because
I know
you don't
it's easier said than done,
money.
But the point is, if you have McDavid...
You have money, though. What are you going to trade? These prospects, they're on ELCs. That's not going to move the needle that much.
The thing is, I think they gave too much money to people who shouldn't be making that much money. Now, respectfully, I'm looking at Darnell Nurse. I'm looking at Nuge as well. Yeah,
this was all flawed from past moves before with Ken Holland.
Ken Holland stubby fingers on everything, like always.
And we will talk about it later on with LA. He really screwed over this team. He really screwed this team over in those early days of 2021 because Darnell Nurse, $9.25 million, that's just way too much. That's just way too much for a guy like him. Nugent Hopkins is 5.125. That's not that crazy, but still, like, that's...
Well, you could use that 5.125.
You could. The issue is just, like, again, like, sometimes you have no choice. You have to pay these guys. Like, you had to pay Evan Bouchard $10.5 million for the next 4 years. You didn't really have a choice with some of these. Like, you had to pay Draisaitl $14 million. It is really worrisome. And I totally understand. Like, some people are really like, Connor McDavid, why are you not being loyal to your team? I completely understand why he doesn't want to sign an 8-year contract. Because you know that if he wants to stay, that's probably what will have to happen. Maybe a bridge deal does go down. Like, maybe it's a 3 to 4 year contract, which could be more likely. But again, going back to that 8-year deal, like, if I'm McDavid and I look at this roster, like, this roster is old. It's aging. It's getting old. The average age for it, I think, is around 30.
I'm gonna say this
I don't
right
have
off
the
the
exact
gate.
number, but regardless, do you really want to sign an 8-year contract, lock in here and win? Do you think you're going to win with this team? Do you think you're going to make it back to the Cup final next year? I think they can, but is that success sustainable even after this year? That's what people are forgetting. This isn't just like, oh, it's a short-term thing. If he's going to stay here long-term, he wants to win more than one cup. Wants to win a cup.
Yeah.
Period.
I'm gonna ask you this
So
right now. If McDavid and Draisaitl suddenly were out for the season, this season, are the Oilers a playoff team?
honestly, they're like fringe at best. Honestly,
Because
without those two,
who's
I
gonna
would
step,
say yeah.
who be stepping up on the offense? News?
Hyman's your best guy after that.
Hyman?
Nuge,
Isaac
maybe.
Howard takes that big step. I don't know because
You can't expect these young guys to come in and just be
exactly that's one thing I always
their
think. Like,
guys right away.
Isaac
Either.
Howard's gonna score 30. If he's playing with McDavid, I'll say this maybe.
But we said that about Skinner and Arvidsson last year, and none of those happened. None of them are here anymore. So, like, they are really in a rough situation. They are. And I think, again,
if McDavid says, "quote," I'll be honest. If McDavid says, "I'm not resigning," and I'll be honest, if you're Edmonton, do you still run out the year?
I don't know. I truly don't know.
Look at Ranson and what happened. Ranson wanted all that money. I know it's different scenarios. He's McDavid's best player in the league. You would give up anything. So I don't think if they offer McDavid like 17 mil over 8 years.
Oh, I don't know. Well, the thing is, though, here with McDavid, and I know everybody's talking about the money, and McDavid, rightfully so, if they could offer him $20 million, they would.
Yeah.
Like, maybe 50, they would offer him that if we lived in the NBA world. But they don't have that money. And as well as that, too, I also don't think, like, going back to what I said, maybe not everything's about the money here. He wants to win.
Yep.
Maybe he doesn't want to get paid $17 million. Now, he should be the highest paid player in the league. Like, that's without question. But maybe the money is not what it's all about here. Maybe it really is about this team and winning here. Because, again, like, yeah, they've been back-to-back Cup finals, and they can make it this next year. They can make it the following year. Is that sustainable long-term? It remains to be seen. Like he said in his quote, it really does remain to be seen. And I have a question for you, and I was thinking about this while I was talking. If they win that cup last year, is he signed right now?
Yes.
Really? You think though?
I mean, here's the thing. McDavid has this thing where I know a lot of players have this thing where it's like once they win the cup, either they say, job's finished, I can go get my bag somewhere now.
I agree with you. I think so too. I think he would be signed though.
With McDavid,
I think he would.
Like, also time I tell you that job's not finished.
Yeah, you see it happen with a lot of players, where like with Florida last year, like all the guys that won, basically all of them stayed, and even from that 2024 team too, like pretty much all of them stayed. Besides, like what Montour?
Like for 2024, 40% of them stayed.
Like Montour,
they all stayed except for maybe like one or two.
Yeah, like Schmidt was the only one that left that I can think of, and Vanacek, like. So yeah, there's that. That was a whole nother discussion. So I think if they won the cup last year, they would be signed, but we're not living in that reality. We're living in the reality where Connor McDavid is not signed to a contract. And there's a lot of people who say, like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. We're not worried. I would be. I'd be very worried.
Because I'll be honest, if McDavid leaves, you think and this is just me playing the devil's advocate, Draisaitl, he'd be the guy now.
He has a longer term deal though, so I don't know. But
would Draisaitl be like, yo, I don't want to be here anymore?
It's not impossible. Because I think when McDavid leaves, this team is a little...
First of all, if McDavid leaves, Edmonton's going to burn down.
Yeah, well, there's that. The city will burn down. When you look at the team, it's pretty...
It's rough.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty
It's
freaking
rough,
rough.
but here's the thing, and because we're getting a little bit off track here.
We are.
They're very top. They're so top heavy that they're top. Like it's kind of like Colorado, where I said they're very top heavy. They're so top heavy that's going to carry them,
Exactly.
barring an injury.
Barring an injury, yes. How much money do you think McDavid's going to get?
16.
You think 16 is the possibility?
16 and a half.
16 and a half. Carter did say on the Nordcast, the other podcast on this network, he did say that there is a real chance that he could take a team-friendly deal. I mean, maybe.
If McDavid's saying that about the roster, the roster's aging. Well, if he takes a pay cut, then it helps out.
Yeah.
But
it does help out. But he shouldn't.
If McDavid is not signed by the playoff time, I'm going to assume he's testing the market.
I'm going to be blunt. If he's not signed by opening night, there's going to be that percentage of him leaving starts ticking up higher and higher. And I think it honestly could be right now as well.
First of all, I'm gonna message Connor real quick. Just lean in real quick. Lean in. If you want to win,
here we go.
If you want to win, don't go to Toronto. They don't know how to do that shit. All right, now.
Yeah. So I did want to discuss Connor McDavid because I don't think we've really talked about it here on the channel.
We only talk about that throughout the year, though, like constantly.
Absolutely. There will be multiple videos and multiple topics discussing that when we hear more things. So there's that. Anyway, your MVP for the Ottawa Senators, for the Edmonton Oilers. I thought you were going to say? I thought you were going to be like, so you know how to win? Come to Ottawa. You want to know how to win? Come to Ottawa. Come on. That would never happen.
I'm very realistic with my free agents. I know Ottawa don't get the big free agents, so I wasn't gonna. I mean, I'll make my pitch, but that's really about it, though. Like, listen, you want to come down? Free shawarma for life.
Free Tim Horton. I guess they have that in Edmonton. Whatever. Yeah, who's your MVP?
McDavid, obviously.
Yeah, it's got to be McDavid. Breakout player. I'll go with Matthew Savoy.
I was gonna go Savoy. I was gonna go. My rookie was gonna be Howard.
Okay, yeah. So that's able. We get two guys there as well. Rookie, yeah, Howard. Floor, I would say 3. Ceiling is 1.
Yes, I would agree with that too. So, I have the Oilers in second.
I have the Oilers in second as well. So that's pretty much where I have them finishing. I think that's fair. It's a fair placement. It could be 1, but I think a team in Nevada is going to be better than them, in my opinion. Yeah. All right, next up then we have the Los Angeles Kings. The LA Kings last year went with a record of 48, 25, and 9 for 105 points.
Oh, my God. Oh, no.
The breeze coming out. Oh, no. New arrivals for LA: Joel Armia, Corey Perry, Brian Dumoulin, Cody Ceci, guys they let go of: Vladislav Gavrikov, Trevor Lewis, David Riddick, and Tanner Jeannot, along with Jordan Spence. So LA forward core looks great. Defense, bleh. Get the food out there. It
smells. Why did you sign all those guys, Ken?
I want to go through it individually.
Okay,
but I'll let you say your thoughts first. What do you think about LA?
I'm going to say what the Kings fan has told me. Quote, can we fire him already? Can we void the contract?
Sadly, I don't think
these moves would have made sense maybe 6 years ago.
When they were rebuilding?
We're still living in the past. You
know what really sucks about LA? And I've said this in prior videos and prior episodes of the podcast. LA feels like that team where, they were in that rebuild, and now they've come out of it for 4 years, probably 5, and now they're going to go back into it. And they did nothing, too, pretty much. So, they made the playoffs and played against Edmonton every year and lost.
I don't
understand. They probably play them again.
I don't understand what LA brings in Ken Holland. The biggest thing about Kings fans is that Jim Hiller is, quote, a domestic terrorist. Now, they don't fire him. They let him stay, and he hates young players. And you have this defenseman named Brant Clark, who who's sitting there waiting patiently for his playing time, and you bring in Cece and Dumoulin.
Going through it, in my eyes, Anderson I love. Anderson's great. Doughty doesn't look the same. He's old.
He's older. He's still Drew Doughty, though. I'll still give him his flowers.
Yeah. Brant Clark is pretty good. Joel Edmondson, overpaid. Dumoulin, CC, Fabrice, all around. Half of that blue line is all right. The other half is Fabrice. It's not great. It's not good. It's not. It's not good.
Yeah. And
not good.
Here's my thing about this. Brant Clark deserves to get in that top four. But
he does. And I think he will.
Get in that top four because, quote, Jim Hiller is a domestic terrorist, like I've been saying.
Yeah, there's Jim Hiller there as well. He's not that great. I don't like Jim Hiller as a coach.
And if the King starts slow, he'll be the first coach gone this year.
Probably. Yeah, probably. He should be, honestly. But yeah, forward core, it is Kopitar's last year. So I think that LA will be they'll be good. They'll be good enough, I guess you could say. Overall, it's a good top 9. I look at the top 9 and I'm like, yeah, that's good.
Forward core is great. Forward core is great. Yeah. It's the defense. And then Kemper, I'm not sold on. I'm still not sold on Tom Kemper.
I'm sold more on Kemper than of other goalies they've had in the past.
That's fair.
The year prior, they had what?
Big save.
Was it David Riddick, their starter?
Big save, Dave.
Yeah, big save, Dave. So I'm more reliant on Kemper than I am those other guys they've had in previous years, like Korpisalo. They had it for a year. Riddick, they had it for a year. So I'm more sold on him than I am on those guys. My MVP is going to be for his last year, Kopitar.
I didn't go that way. My MVP is Kempe.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I just decided to be nice. Sleeper / breakout. My guy is Alexi Lafreniere. Alex Laferriere. Very familiar names.
If he gets the playing time, Brant Clark.
Yeah, Brant Clark. That's a good one too. I didn't realize I didn't think about him. And then my rookie, Jeff Mallett. Almost 30 years old. Jeff
30?
Mallett. Yeah, he's almost 30, but he's only played
30 means he's ineligible for the Calder, you know that, right?
Yeah, but Griciak's ineligible, and we still picked him for our rookie with New Jersey. So
there's an old goalie named Victor Faust.
Oh God,
he was 28 when he came out of the AHL, and he played so well he should have won the Calder, but he was ineligible.
Well, remember Kuzmenko was that guy too.
Yeah,
Panarin as well, I believe was. So,
but they both won Calders, and that's why the rules changed.
No, Kuzmenko didn't win the Calder.
No, it's actually Panarin. Sorry.
Yeah, Panarin won it, and that's why the rules changed. So there you go. But LA, my floor, 5th.
My floor is 5.
Ceiling 3.
My ceiling, like I said, if everything goes right for them, 2.
Okay, I have them 4th, but in a wild card spot.
I have them 4th, missing the playoffs.
Okay, and hey, that's not a bad take. I can really see
they missed by 0 or 1 point.
Yeah, they're not going to miss by a lot. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they miss by a lot, but I don't think they will. So there you go. All right, and then our final team here in the division previews. The Vegas Golden Knights, they went 50, 22, and 10 last year for 110 points. They were first in the Pacific Division. The guys they brought in, Mitch Marner, Colton Sissons, Jeremy Lauzon. The guys they got rid of, Nicholas Hague, Nicholas Waugh, Victor Olofsson, Tanner Pearson, and Ilya Samsonov. So, LeBlanc, what are your inputs on the Vegas Golden Knights?
Super team. They stacked.
They are a super team. That is a definite.
The only issue I have is the goaltending. Aiden Hill. Where's my Fabrice? I'll be honest. Yeah. Here's my thing. We shit on Stuart Skinner being average. Aiden Hill is also painfully average.
Yeah, so Aiden Hill, I think, is a little... I think Skinner might actually be better than him. Aiden Hill has a lot of inconsistencies. So I have my concerns there with Hill 100%. Forward core wise, stacked top 9. Top 9. Good depth as well. Defensively, I think they're really top heavy. It could be better depth wise though, down below. So it could be a lot better. And I think, and again, I've preached this a lot in recent weeks. Rasmus Andersson would be very, very interesting if he did go to Vegas.
It would
Because, again, he has friends there like Noah Hannafin. So, hey, if Vegas could make it happen, I wouldn't be shocked the slightest. So there you go. But, yeah, overall, Vegas, a super team. Goddamn super team. They're stacked. There's really no other way to go around it. I think there's a few things that they can improve upon, and I think that come the trade deadline, they will focus on those things. But overall, this is a great roster. This is a great roster. Who is your MVP?
My MVP is Jack Eichel.
Jack Eichel. And we should, and I think this is going to be something we discuss in a future episode because there are a lot of players, who are going to need new contracts. Kaprizov, Eichel, McDavid, Panarin. We discussed like 4 of them just today. We are going to have an episode where we discuss all of the free agents for next year, and maybe we'll make it like once every couple of weeks because I think, again, like it's worth discussing a lot of these players. There's a ton of guys expiring on the market next year.
Well, we call it the Price is Right.
Yeah, we could call it the Price is Right. That's a good idea. But regardless, Eichel is my MVP as well. My sleeper player, I have, let me pull up my list here again, Pavel Dorofeev. That's my boy.
I was going to say Dorofeev, but I just wrote, quote, no one.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Dorofeev already scored 30 goals. I'm like, he already broke out. So
screw it, he scored 40. He's getting 40 this year. So yeah, and then your rookie. I don't think Trevor Connolly makes this roster out of camp. He is going to be down in the AHL, but apart from that, there's nobody for me.
Yeah, there's no shot Connolly makes the team out of camp. Too stacked up front.
Yeah. Ceiling is 1, floor 2. I'm not gonna lie, I can't really see them finishing lower than 2.
I'm gonna be real here. Ceiling is 1, floor is 1.
Yeah, I honestly think
they get tested by hell injuries,
and that has happened before.
Yeah,
that has happened before, so it's not impossible, but I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm very high on Vegas. Very high on Vegas.
Yeah, I have them winning the West. I'm sure you do as well.
I got them winning the Western Conference. They're going to the final in my eyes.
Ooh, okay. I like that pick. All right, well, then that being said, then that will conclude our Central Division preview. One last thing here, though. We are going to read off our final standings and give off our MVPs for this division. So I'll go first because I already have mine written down. I have the Knights from 1 to 8. The Knights, Oilers, Canucks, Kings making the playoffs, Flames missing the playoffs, Ducks, Kraken, and Sharks is my 1 to 8 list.
Right. My 1 to 8, Knights, Oilers, Canucks, Kings missing the playoffs, Ducks, Flames, Kraken, Sharks.
Well, there you go. So we're pretty much the same. The only difference that we have is that I have LA making the playoffs. You have the Ducks higher than the Flames. Once again, another year where Nordic and LeBlanc agree on everything. It's just a regular thing on this podcast. Yeah. We might as well just make this the agreement podcast because it's literally all we do. All right, MVPs for this division. So we're going to post this probably at the end of the week. So we'll post all of our divisional MVPs then. But LeBlanc, who are you thinking here?
McDavid.
McDavid. It's got to be McDavid without question. I don't know why I was thinking Eichel, but no, it's going to be Connor McDavid. So mine's going to be McDavid as well with that pick. So there you go. That concludes our divisional previews. What's that?
Goalie.
Yeah,
we're doing best goalie in the divisions.
Are we? Oh, I guess we are.
We were.
Wolf or Demko is my guys I would be with.
I'm going to be real here. This is the worst division for goaltending in the entire National Hockey League.
Oh, it is. It definitely is. Your top teams have average goalies.
Yeah, and I'm going to say Wolf's a good pick. I'm going to go Dostal.
Okay. Yeah, that's I heard what you said, and I'm like, yeah, he's going down that road, isn't he?